Welcome back. Today we have Modern Day Nerd back on the podcast.
Yeah.
How's it going?
It's going pretty well. How about yourself?
Pretty well, myself indeed. So we're just gonna get right into it. What do boundaries mean to you?
Boundaries? Boundaries, just overall, just just means not just crossing the line or whatever. Just give me the proper space and everything I need as far as boundaries, and making sure, like I said, not crossing that line or whatnot.
So when you say this line, this invisible line,
hmm
is it always about crossing a line, or is it essentially just maintaining a balance, not too crossing?
I will have to go with the second choice, just maintaining a balance or whatnot, because it's hard to cross that boundary with me, unless a person truly knows me or whatnot. But obviously, to keep on doing something that's kind of like, irking me or whatever the case may be, then yeah, that's when you start crossing that boundary. But it's pretty tough to cross that boundary unless you're just super ignorant.
So you say you got like a high level of patience. I'm just
Yes, you know that. You know
Yo,
that.
that laugh, the confidence is just like
Yes, I do. I do.
he does. I'm not lying. It's okay. I'm just messing with him. But I would say you have a decent level of patience. You're not like one to just go from 0 to 100 immediately.
Yeah, nah. Like I said, it takes a lot for me to, like see that side of me once you cross that boundary or whatnot.
Oh, for sure. Can't just be popping off on people for fun.
Yeah, nah, not at all.
Like we're not like that over here. We're calm, collected. So how would you say you establish your boundaries?
Uh, I would say usually I would try to be open book and
Mm.
try to draw those invisible lines as I'm explaining myself and as I'm opening to that person to let them know like, hey, these are my boundaries without directly saying it. If that
Yeah, I
makes
feel that.
sense.
No, it does. It's communicating basically your terms. Well, not formally, but just letting people know where you're at.
Right.
Like keeping that communication clear up front, not being like, I want to say, expecting the best from somebody that basically doesn't know you in that fashion or whatever form we're talking about specifically. And just, if they do something wrong and it's just like basically being proactive so that doesn't happen.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Yeah, overall. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
So, what would you say is the hardest part of creating boundaries? I'm gonna give you a multiple choice here, so it's not just open free
Thank
for
you.
all.
That's definitely helpful. Give me like how you play bowling or whatever, and you have those little guardrails or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's helpful. But go ahead
Oh,
and
not
shoot.
you using the guided rails for bowling. This is oh wow.
I mean, I don't use that, but right now in this
Yeah,
particular scenario, verbally, yes, it's definitely helpful.
I can't. So, what is the most difficult factor when setting boundaries? A, saying no. B, establishing boundaries. C, confronting oversteps. Or D, placing others' boundaries above your own.
um, I would say C, confronting. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
really a confrontational person, but
Mm-hmm.
I am getting better at that, overall as I'm getting older in life and stuff like that. Because especially like if I feel hurt, affected, or just
Mm-hmm.
some way mentally distraught,
Yeah,
then it's only up to me to tell that other person because that other person might not know or they do know. But at least I can tell them like, hey, you overstepped that boundary. This is how I'm feeling. What you want to do? Where we going from here? And
that's a
just
fact.
go from there or whatever. But yeah, I would say C.
Yeah, and you always have to essentially kind of let that character know how to care for you, and not
Right.
even in that fashion. But this sounds more like poetic. But I'm trying struggling with the way to say it. But like in a way, if it is somebody, let's say it's a coworker or something, and this is like the first instance that you've gone through like a specific incident,
Mhm.
just let them know, hey, this ain't cool, but next time this is how we should do it, just to build off of that for a more positive experience.
Right. I'm glad that you said coworker because I had a couple incidents. I say maybe a month and a half ago, with one
Oh,
particular coworker that overstepped the boundary. But granted, she just started working there, whatever the case may be, and she thought in her ways, that's her way of joking. But I had to tell her,
Yes.
confront her like, yo, you don't know me, I don't know you at this time and moment.
Mhm.
And that was a boundary she definitely crossed but without her knowing. So I give it a benefit of doubt. But
I feel it.
now that she knows, what my boundaries are, or whatever the
Mhm.
case may be, like, we have a great understanding on that. I mean, she do still do stupid stuff, but not towards me. But at least she know my boundaries, for a prime example.
That's a fact, you just redirected that energy.
Seriously.
And especially when you come to a new place, it's kinda that thing, like, when you go to a new job, like, "Well, we didn't do it like this in my old job," type
Hmm.
of deal. But at the same time, when it comes to even personal joking, just small talk and everyday banter when people are talking to each other, it's like, "Don't talk to me like this." Like,
Yeah.
1, I'm not your friend, sorry. Like,
Right.
I came to work to work. And even if you are my work friend or whatever the heck, like, come on now.
I mean, yeah, it's just all about just reading the room and just,
Yes.
observing first to see what you can do and what you can do before you start, playing jokes and stuff like that. Because she could have did that to the wrong person. They would have took it like
Hey,
totally left.
that's a fact. That could be a whole situation with HR.
Seriously. But yeah, lucky enough, just like you mentioned earlier, I'm very patient. So
Yeah, true. And you have to have that understanding too. So where it's like, well, that person's new. I don't want to ruin things for them.
right,
Let me just check them here so they don't become a habitual line stepper. At least towards myself in
right.
this instance. Everybody else, y'all gotta set your own boundaries. Because hello.
Seriously.
But yeah, like yourself, I confrontation, I'll do it. But again, my patience level is pretty high. Like, as goofy as I am, I'm always laughing at something. And even
Mm.
if it's
You
not
talk
funny,
about
I'll
me.
laugh.
You talk
Listen,
about
no,
me.
no, 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 yeah. I feel like if y'all know me by now, I'm always laughing. And
Mm,
it's not necessarily like a twitch or like a defense mechanism. It's just me diffusing myself because I already know how I am and how
right.
quickly I'll respond to stuff, sometimes without even thinking. Or while I'm thinking, I'm saying what I really want to say. And it's just like, damn, I shouldn't have done that. Or I could, just to not be so reactionary, I'll just laugh to kind of like diffuse
Brush it
that
off.
situation.
Right.
Yeah, not totally brush it off because I don't want to be dismissive in that way,
Yeah.
but more so to get to, I want to say a more, I don't even want to say peaceful because that sounds like I'm nuts. Like, I'm
Or just like
more,
you said diffusing. You said diffusing earlier, right?
yeah, just like a
Deflecting.
more chill outlook so I can be ready and like prepared for like the next steps or whatever the heck's going on.
Okay. Okay. I mean, we have hung out together and we been through some things together.
Some
We both
things.
just laugh, laugh our way out of it.
Crazy taxi. Yeah, we've been through some things. Yo.
I just recognized what you just said, yo. It was just processing. I just thought about Dreamcast.
You
It's just
already know I gotta gamify it somehow, but you know the reference.
yeah, I know the reference. This is this man yelling at me about the title of the game, Crazy Taxi and everything. But yeah, that was so fun.
Crazy.
That was the arcade level we went on.
That's for sure. I feel like when it comes to like even our demeanor and when it comes to public settings too, another thing is like our observance of things. So
Mhm.
like we don't even have to say stuff based on how we move. Like we already know what's up, and then we just essentially kind of like, did you notice that? Like, yeah, I was already onto that. Okay, bet. So we're like already seeing eye to eye before something
Even
not
happens.
necessarily negative happens, but
It's
we're
like
observant.
watching like a bullet train before it derails or whatever the case may be.
Yo,
But
facts. Like
but
we're picking up all the sounds, like the
mhm,
rumbles, like, oh, something don't feel right.
mhm.
In other words, people, get you a friend that's observant. Because you
Seriously.
don't want to be out here like, wait, what's going on?
Oblivious kingdom.
Yo, I have some of those, but bro, I be trying to put people on to like just be more aware of what's going on
Yes.
around you because you are not the only person.
Look,
Hello?
to add on to that, you see how crazy this world is. Like
Oh, that's a
when I
fact.
be out and about or out in the mall or like a type of like shopping settings, like I still people seeing, see people wear headphones while they like shopping. It's like, yo, you don't
Yes.
hear the news as far as what's be popping off when people be shopping? Like I
Bro,
used to do that.
even
Go ahead.
yes, I can't front. Even like day-to-day commute type stuff. I used to do that too when I used to ride the metro into the city. Like
Mm,
just having that on, sometimes as a defense mechanism, other
mhm.
times just to literally enjoy and you're commuting.
Right.
And obviously you take away that element of your senses because hearing is very important. If
Very.
something's going on, but you're not gonna be able to observe right away. not saying you can't enjoy, but we also have different tools and stuff now with technology
Mhm.
being able to, like, what is that feature called?
Like noise cancellation and stuff like that, active noise
Yeah,
cancellation,
they have the active noise cancellation. They also have the
ambient sound.
transparency
Yeah,
audio.
okay.
Yes, ambient for Samsung, and then transparency for
Apple.
Google.
Oh,
Apple. I don't
my
have a
bad, my
well,
bad.
I do have an Apple product, but that's for testing and
Ugh.
stuff. That's not whatever. We're Samsung over here, people.
Ugh.
That's what we're trying to say. Exactly. One more time.
Ugh. Or what Pusha T would say, yuck.
Exactly. But like just being aware of your surroundings or enabling that mode when you're in those settings, it can literally save your life.
Mhm. Or at least like pop one earbud in or whatever the case may be. Now, if you got the over the ear head,
Yeah.
headphones, then
Like the big Bose joints, like come on, son. Like
yeah,
really?
ain't 1993 over here, dog.
You in the
Got
Maxell
earbuds.
commercial, like in the recliner with the music just blaring. Like, come on now.
But nah,
Like,
yeah, I mean, like I said, that definitely throws me off. Like, just seeing how crazy this world is, and people is just still
yes.
oblivious to like certain things when you're out and about. Like me, is like I keep my head on the swivel, or I
Mhm.
just watch the environment I'm going to. If I'm doing shopping or just whatever the case may be. Like I'm always,
Yes.
just looking around, just being observant because I don't got time for the bull crap.
That's a fact. And it's not even obvious, like, oh my God, I'm just afraid of going outside. Why don't I just stay at home type of deal? Like, you're being observant, but not obvious about it. You're
Right.
just taking awareness and respecting your surroundings as well as, trying
Absolutely.
not to get into no situation. Because
Absolutely.
the world is crazy, people.
I feel like
Crazy
it's
big world.
crazier though. Don't forget
It's
the
it's just
ER.
it's just getting worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not saying you gotta be sheltered and live a life of basement dwelling,
Nah,
but
hell nah. This ain't Fallout, dog. Like
a
this is
fact. Like,
Earth.
no, you can still enjoy yourself, but a lot of situations that we're getting to here is just like not numbing yourself in places where your boundaries are likely to be crossed,
Mhm.
basically the public. So if you know you're about to be around a lot of people, whether you're going somewhere, public transit, you're driving, that's a big one. That's another hard one because if you drive,
Seriously.
some people you really cannot gauge that. Like literally anything can happen at any time.
Hold
But
up. Hold up. Let me add to that driving part because
yeah.
why do people wear earbuds in the car?
Son, that is literally illegal. Hello? Wait. PSA. You are not supposed to be driving with no earbuds in your vehicle. Hello? If you are the driver of said vehicle. What is wrong with
Seriously.
y'all?
But hold up.
Those earbuds.
Let me add the cherry on top. If I see you driving a mother, yo, if I
Go
see
ahead.
you driving a goddamn 2020 model car or newer and you
Bro.
have earbuds on, knowing the fact that car is capable of Bluetooth, or if I see you holding the
Listen.
phone in your hand and you drive a new car,
Oh,
that
another illegal situation.
that
Yeah,
seems illogical to me. Like, how do you not
that's
know how to
big illogical.
program your phone to your car instead of you holding your damn phone? And now you mad at the police just because they pull you over, but you have a car that's capable of Bluetooth.
Hey, but hold up. They might have went cheap though. That 2020 model could be base and they might have Nathan in that car.
There's Bluetooth transmitters that they don't know that will hook up to the regular
Absolutely.
frequency. Hey, I'm just saying.
Listen, the old Forerunner, we got the transmitter, the cigarette lighter joint. That Amazon is your best friend. I will even
Yes,
link it below for you
yes.
specifically
I had
because
one in
there's
my
no
car.
reason. No, no, not for you, for the listeners. I know you are well taken care of, built in everything,
Right.
cool. But like when it comes to hands-free safety, and I know we going off here, but listen, again, you were supposed to be paying attention to your surroundings, especially in a setting to where you are driving a missile that can literally
Seriously.
do damage. Pay attention. There's no reason you shouldn't be driving hands free in this day and age.
I mean, well, granted, wearing the earbuds is still hand free, but it's still a distraction because that's just wild to me. And I be seeing that frequently too.
Bro, it is. And they have the nerve to have like the white AirPods in. And I'm just like, yo, we can see you. It's like you're
Mm-hmm.
not even low about it. Like you just out here.
Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know, dog. But we, like I said, we're going off a tangent, but I just wanted to express that because it's still baffling. It's
That's a
just
fact.
baffling to
And
me.
people still do that to this day. Like, this is like old 90s stuff. But people used to ride around with boom boxes and all the rest of that. That's a completely different type. But the
That's yeah,
headphones, that's far more distracting.
seriously.
That's crazy. But boundaries, people. When you see those people on the road, don't do nothing to them and mess around.
Right. Don't be
Just
one of
look
those
at them
people.
crazy if you at a light, just like, hello? What you doing?
I mean,
They
honestly
don't.
speaking, I mean, you know, and at the same time, I'll be laughing at it like, yo, why?
Facts.
Like,
Because
what
that's
made you
just,
thought of that? Like, what made you think that's acceptable?
bro, even if in a case where, let's say it's a car that you rented that doesn't have Bluetooth capability, I'm just going to listen to the radio in that case if I
Mm.
didn't bring a transmitter with me. Like, just come on now. Like,
I
is it
mean,
that serious?
but 8 times out of 10, if you're renting a car, it's gonna have Bluetooth capabilities.
Aux or Bluetooth, yeah.
Something, unless you go into the Family Dollar of car rentals and stuff like that out there, and who gives a fuck land or something like that. Like,
Right. Just random, no nothing, bare bones rental. You're just like, just put your phone on speaker. Okay.
right?
Anyway, drive safe, people. That's what we're getting
Yes,
at.
please.
Out here making people's boundaries and ruining them because
It's
you want to drive
crazy.
with your damn music in your ear.
I
Crazy.
mean, going back to the topic of boundaries, I feel like a lot of people, just like we touched on earlier, is just like super oblivious. They don't know boundaries. Some people
Mhm.
do know boundaries, but I feel like maybe it's like a small percentage. Like, to be honest.
I'll agree with that. And that's a perfect segue to where I wanted to take this.
Yes.
I have not done this specific episode yet. It's coming, but with the rapid development of the social medias, it's kind of hard
Woo!
to do it. I just got to put my foot in and just do a general episode and possibly just keep checking back in because at this point, it's insane.
The rapid development of social media.
Bro, like, all right, let me put it this way. So today, do you think social media ruined the general perception of boundaries?
Yes. All caps.
Let's go.
All caps, yo. Like I
Let's
feel like
go.
there's two different worlds that's going on, right? You got the
Yeah.
people that's very aware of social media. People like myself, I use social media, just for like a brief moment, and that's it. I keep it moving. I go back to, real life, which is just life in general, which people should be living. And then you got
Mhm.
the other people who's just like encapsulated in social media. Like they
Yes.
eat, sleep, breathe, shit, social media. And
Heavily.
if you unfriend them on social media, it's the end of the world. Like things about to collapse. Or it's just they
Yo,
just
let
on it.
IG go down for a minute and see how many tweets people shooting off because they can't get on IG.
What you mean?
To this day.
You see that it went down. Like I think IG went down not too long ago. Same thing with
It was
Twitter.
late.
Oh my
Yeah,
God. The
it
world
was
is on
last week.
fire.
Crazy. People, I can't communicate. What am I going to do? I'm going to do that. Like, just relax. Like,
Hmm.
let the devs do their thing. Like how I am with games. Let people do their thing. Clearly, something went happen. Like went awry. Servers, anything. Who knows? Let them fix it. Go take a break. Go outside. Go take a. I know it's hot some places.
Breathe.
Whatever. Stick your foot outside. Do something.
Right.
Just go do something else. It's not that serious to the point where you are just feeding and fixated on social media to where you can't live without a moment of it. 10 minutes down, are you just ready to I'm
Just
tired of IG.
die.
I'm gonna switch platforms. Like, I can't do this anymore.
It's
Like you and your
crazy.
bot followers, like really?
Hmm.
It's crazy.
It is.
It's just even the way people interact. Let's get into that.
Mhm.
It's just the sense of comfortability that people have with people that they do not know, have not met a day in their life, have not literally shared, read with, and the access that social media gives you to where you can talk to people. Not a terrible thing because for sharing news, updates, and things that are
Yeah.
going on
Very
live,
helpful.
perfect. It's
Informative.
extremely helpful to the point where newscasters can't even get to on the scene before somebody is on the scene, and then they ask you for credits so they can roll it on their,
Word.
you know,
Yeah.
TV show.
Yeah.
But when it comes to just like, let's just use a regular example of like somebody commented on a famous person's post of, I don't know, what they eating today. People got so many different comments, be it negative or positive, about what's going on in the picture, to the point where they talking to them crazy, like not even like they're friends, but like they're not one of your little friends. Like, who are you talking to like this?
Right.
There's no level of decorum or like,
Etiquette.
hello, common decency at all.
I mean, I feel like when it comes to the internet, man, it's just like the wild, wild west.
Anything goes.
Like honestly speaking, and it's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, with social media just booming the way it is, with
Mhm.
TikTok, and then especially now you have the social media wars that's going on between Twitter and Threads.
Twitter, Thread, that Spill, and then, well, I'm not sure if they're gonna drop one, but I'm not gonna say anything about that. But whatever. Yeah. So essentially, the text apps, I'll say, the
Oh, you said
less
you said they're gonna drop one, or are you thinking, well, like what?
there's something else gonna drop too. But man,
Oh,
so as far as like Twitter and the evolution of, I want to say text thoughts.
mhm,
Twitter is great to share, of course, opinions and feedback and all the rest of that good stuff because you can get your shit off in 280 characters or less.
mhm,
Some people are better at it. Other people, why are you on Twitter? It's not your diary. But,
right,
there's a certain like finesse when it comes to Twitter. Cool. But of course, with Elon and all the rest of that drama, I want to
messy.
say it's very messy. And like just the feel of Twitter itself has just changed. It's not the same anymore.
So, do you feel like Threads is gonna overtake that throne, or what I thought you was about to say earlier, but didn't say it?
Mhm.
I thought you felt like Facebook is gonna shut down and Threads is gonna take over
Oh,
because
Facebook's not shutting down, period. Facebook
okay,
got ties to the government with
oh,
everybody's information. So
oh,
I'm
okay, okay,
sorry.
all
No,
right,
they have your information. They know you. They know your family. They know your auntie. You know your third cousins twice
that's
removed
cool.
and stuff like that.
I like
So
that.
that Meta ain't going nowhere. Let's just put it that way. The
Yeah,
amount of data that they're sitting on alone that basically powers threads now, as far as their usership hitting damn near a million in 4 days.
which is wild.
Yeah, that's it. Like I can't even say that's a problem. That's crazy as far as the reach and just concurrent users on there just currently threading.
Uh,
Like you
I,
can't beat that.
I'm not even surprised with that because I feel like as the articles I read, when I was like out of the country or whatever, they were saying like Threads came in at the perfect time. I feel like Threads is like the
Mhm.
blue magic
It's
of social
fresh.
media. Yeah,
It's
like
new. People been tired of Twitter. Oh,
Mhm.
what's that other one? Parlor, Trump's platform or
Ain't
whatever.
nobody using that stuff for a specific type
Well,
of.
the are using it. And if you know, you know. So I'm not even gonna explain that joke.
All right,
But
all
yeah,
right.
they're using that, but not really. It was there. If you wanted to get your shit off in that platform and you got banned from Twitter,
Mm,
here's a space for you. So
true.
that was that value opportunity. As far as threads, it's fresh and new. Think of the people who are on IG. I don't want to say we're tired of using IG, but the mindless scrolling again. I do like a 2 to 5 minute scroll per day, and that's it. Okay, boom. That's all it is. Once they messed up like the timeline and basically the algorithm to where it's just like this ain't even in order,
Oh my
I lost
god.
interest.
Can
I
I
lost interest.
can I touch on that with the
Yeah, go ahead.
algorithms?
For sure.
Like I said, I went on vacation. I just came back from vacation recently. But when I had downtime on vacation, I wanted to, go on IG. Like the
Yeah.
algorithms on IG, as far as me just trying to check out posts that my family's things that my family posts, best friends posts,
Hmm.
friends posts, people
Yeah.
that, I rock with posts. Like I can't even see none of that anymore
That's a
unless I
fact.
like specifically click on their
You
profile. And
got
it's
to
like,
go to their
why?
page
Why do I have to
because
do that?
they don't want you to see your people growing and building and living and thriving. They
But
want
it's
to basically show you influencers and
I ain't trying to
what's
see that.
trending first.
M-
Exactly. And what your
Most
people who you follow are like. It's just ridiculous.
look, most of these influencers is trash, and most people that try to be
Garbage.
funny is not funny.
Hello?
Like, I
We'll
have
say
a
that
specific
again.
set of people I go to if I want to get my laughs off.
Period. I don't need six different meme pages who are copying people's content
Mm,
and pasting it into their reel because they need to make their quota for the day.
right.
Like, okay, I'm gonna go off on a tangent. I know I haven't done this episode,
So this is a
whatever.
tangent
Pardon
going off
me.
on a tangent right now.
Whatever. It's social media. We got to touch on it. But when it comes to content creation and giving people credit, that's another thing where they got people fucked up on heavily.
Mhm.
Like, how hard is it just to repost with the credits giving to the originator?
It's not that hard.
Even down to tweets, you got people stealing pictures, quotes, different sayings, puns to jokes, and it's just like, is it that serious to make it seem like you was popping?
Right.
How difficult is it to just retweet, rethread, redo whatever, or just give credit to the person where you got it from? Now, I'm
People
not gonna shame everybody because some people do. Some people will even at the person, tag them in a picture or the post or whatever.
as they should.
Good on y'all. Continue doing that, please. But literally, pages exist that are monetized that y'all keep going to and visiting and supporting, following, liking, and basically boosting their algorithm to the point where they're making money off of other people's content. That's not cool.
It's not, but it's like crabs in a barrel mentality, you know.
Crazy. It is. But people are gonna continue to go onto those page and just keep laughing and woo, that was a funny clip. Let me send it, even though I've sent this like to a million other people.
Mhm.
Why?
That's social media for you, you know.
Ba-da-ba!
Sponsors, you know, ads, influencers, you know, it's just if you
Influencers
want
with
to
no influence. That's crazy.
yeah, if you don't want to be part of that world, you know, just try to keep social media to a minimum and just live your life at the end of
That's
the
a
day,
fact. Live your life. Like, how you gonna influence people? You basically have no influence over your own life. But you
which
know
is
what,
wild. Good take.
child? That's for big wild. Because it's just like you have no idea what you're doing, your trajectory.
Mhm.
Say you want to be a content creator. What are you creating other than farming other people's content for your pleasure? I'm
Crazy.
just saying. I'm picky when it comes to certain things, but like
Oh no, same here.
certain things I be seeing, I'm just like, but this person just posted that and you didn't even tee up that, hey, this is where I got it from, or this is what I'm trying to do. Eh, The sharing on social is great. Again, that's literally one of the most powerful tools to use today to share,
Mhm.
get shit off.
Right.
But when it comes to the credits, just give the person credit.
Right.
Don't go watch somebody's reel and be like, I'm gonna do that better, and then just rip it off and not just be like inspired by da 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 da. Da. Like, how hard is that to do? I'd
I'm
give you more props for that. I'd be more willing to like your stuff if you did that. But
I,
that's just me.
I mean, look, what you're saying to me is very logical, but to other people, it's like
Man, fuck
the
that. I'm just gonna like it and keep moving.
yeah, pretty much. Was that like Charlie Brown with the womp womp womp
Wah,
womp
wah, wah,
womp
wah,
womp
wah,
womp
wah. Uh-huh.
womp? Like
Them
honestly
attention
speaking,
spans is not heavy enough
woo,
anymore to
sheesh.
even
Attention span. That's a whole nother topic.
yo, they are not strong enough anymore to even think, to consider. Yo, let me get this person credit. Let me go get they ad and da. Like they're already on to the next post or five by the
Mm,
time they even yeah, no. It's bad. Not saying I hate social media and down with it, but like you just use it in spurts, do what you need to do.
mm.
As far as threads is interesting. It's new, it's fresh. It's already happened, like as far as like the infiltration of bots and just random nonsense.
I haven't tried it yet. Like I
A
was
word?
looking to try it. Did you try it already?
Oh yeah, I'm on there.
You like it?
As far as like the induction of new social media, I always like that time because it's new. So getting used to it, finding out what to do with it exactly before they actually roll out more crazy features,
Mm,
that's always fun. And then just watching the people who built it interact with, the public once it's out of beta or alpha.
mm,
So I want to say so far it's good. I like the curation of it. So the fact that you don't have to automatically follow all your IG followers, because I'm not going to, sorry. And when it comes
oh,
down to
run
the
that back
content,
again. Run that back again.
so, when you first get on Threads, you are tasked with, okay, of course, hey, Threads, blah, blah, we're a product of Meta, da, 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 read this fine print that nobody's going to read and then
Mm.
complain about later. Ah. So, it's connected to your Meta account. Don't listen to anybody who says, oh, if you delete your Threads account, it's going to get deleted by IG. They have options to deactivate if you don't want to use Threads. But obviously, Meta holds all of your Facebook, IG, WhatsApp properties under one umbrella.
Mm,
So they're still working on the back end as far as like how they want to separate entities.
okay.
Understandable, but monopoly. Yee. So once you're creating your profile, going through, you adding your bio and stuff or whatever, you have the option to add all of your followers on IG or individually add them
Hmm.
or just say, no, I'm starting at zero.
That's unique. It's like not
Hey,
starting a new game plus.
listen, because the way I hit zero, I was like, yeah, nah, let me just follow who I know I want to follow.
Seriously.
Like, such and such is not on Threads yet. Do you want to follow them as soon as they make an account? Bet. Because
N-
again, like Twitter, I don't know about you, but I don't want to hear from everybody.
Yeah, nah.
in a textual situation. Now, IG, I don't care. Your pictures, your videos at this point, reels and stuff and shorts, cool. But it gives you the option to curate it better.
Mhm.
And right now, I want to say timeline wise, I'm not facing the same issue as IG. It's
Phew.
still chronological, which I know
Okay.
surprise is yet, yes, because I know it's going to get there eventually. So let me say that very lately.
Yeah.
You do see what other people comment and like that you follow. So there's that. Shout out to Vash because we had a conversation about that on threads. Like, yeah, that's when you hit time to unfollow. Because once you see what people are commenting on, you're like, what are you into? Like, this
Right.
is, people can see this. So aside from that, you are shown like a general timeline of other people you don't follow. So you are influenced in that fashion to follow more people. And I feel like once you are in like a certain subject matter, because I went down like a random rabbit hole of photography. So you'll get like a lot more photographers on your timeline in that. Let me not say timeline, your thread
What?
line.
Oh, that's what they call it. Oh, that's why they call it threads. Hmm.
Well, they got like a whole diagram of the meanings of the innuendos and stuff or whatever. But when it comes down to that, it's I want to say a little bit more customizable. It's
Mhm.
clean. We don't have no ads right now. There are bots, so there's that. They couldn't
Mm.
keep them away, I guess.
Mm. I don't
But
know.
as far as the interaction, liking, rethreading, commenting on stuff, I feel like again, here's another good point. It's really showing who paid for followers
Mhm.
versus their engagement because people be writing them threads and having like 0 to no likes, no comments, and it's just
Right.
like, "Oh, okay, but what happened to the 50 million people that followed you on IG? Why aren't they here?"
Right.
Granted, everybody's not gonna transfer at the same time, but it's just like, "Hello?" So, yeah.
I don't
It's
know.
doing a good job at that, but it's kind of keeping the conversation pure because when it comes to certain people who are more active, they're more likely to reply to you, like your stuff. And, it's new, it's clean. Obviously, everybody want to be on it, and it's more hype surrounded by it. So
Hmm.
try it out.
Yeah, I
You can
might.
always deactivate or make your account private if you want to.
Yeah, and it's all text based. Like, can you post
Text, you
pictures
can,
on
of
there?
course, you can. Yeah, you can post pics, videos. One thing they haven't done yet is audio. So
Hmm.
just gonna throw it out there. I'm pretty sure that's probably gonna come sooner or later, but yeah.
Now, do Twitter have audio? Or whatever.
Hmm.
Hmm.
You can tweet audio. Twitter
Interesting.
has everything. Like Twitter was literally the home base, but how you limiting my posts that I can read per day? Like, hello,
Which is wild. I mean, but
so stupid.
I don't know. That's kind of, it's like a double edged sword because of people, just be on social media just to be on social media and just like
Hmm.
social mediaing their life away or whatever. I think that's kind of a good thing, I guess.
But at the same time, who is a company to give me parental controls on me?
Oh, true.
Like for us, again, we're not addicted to social media by any means. So we can turn it on and off and be like, all right, I'm good with that for now. Like that's enough IG for today.
Hmm. I
But
mean, other
why
people's
can't
not
other
like you
people do
though.
that? I know.
Like, honestly speaking, like their life is IG or Twitter or just most
Yo,
social media in general, like, or
which is
Twitch.
crazy.
We got stories for that.
Yo, the way you said Twitch.
I mean, we seen it from our own eyes, right?
I mean, we can go into boundaries and Twitch. That's cool.
Now you want that's a whole nother episode.
You sure?
I'm positive. I mean, unless you really want to, but
I feel like I haven't talked Twitch in a while. You know
why?
what?
For
Fuck
what?
it. Let's do it. I know,
Okay.
right? For what?
All right. Let's do it.
That's dead. Okay, so yeah, we got to do it. Sorry. I don't want to do a whole nother episode based on Twitch. I feel like Twitch has already got enough episodes out of us. But bringing it back up as subject matter, as far as the streaming thing goes, and just our experience on Twitch as streamers.
Mhm.
Boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. So, how do you want to start this off from the corporate level or just basic interaction with your community or the chat or your streams?
I say let's just go off the basic interactions, just from our own perspective, whatever. Because we haven't reached that like corporate, status or whatever the case may be, where it's like we tied in with people like within Twitch or whatever the case may be.
Well, not the workers directly, but the couple of the programs that they have for
Like I said, let's just keep it basic. What
We're gonna all
programs?
right. Right. There we go. So basic. Day-to-day Twitch streaming. Hello. When it comes to boundaries while you're streaming, you're doing your thing. Let's say you've been on a long hiatus, Modern. It's
Mm,
been a while since we've seen you.
I know,
Wink,
right?
wink. Meanwhile, you have other channels to reach you at, but that's a whole other thing.
Look, I'm just a man just living life, you know. I just came back from vacation. I'm about to go on another vacation, you know. It's
So,
just life is just more than just social media and gaming, you know. I haven't played games like literally like in 2 weeks.
hey, listen.
Even though I
Sometimes
do
you
love
gotta
it.
disconnect. Right. You just gotta unplug sometimes, get back into it, and realize, like, yeah, this is my
Right.
life. But when it comes to Twitch and boundaries, I would say for the general viewer,
Mm.
what would your boundaries be?
Uh have common sense. Don't be an asshole. A lot of people you already know, a lot of people on Twitch don't have common sense. They
Sound like
just
the chat rules popping up before you were able to chat.
I mean,
Have common sense.
even with that, like people will look at the chat rules and still like bypass it and still,
Yo, immediately just push okay.
yeah, just so they could talk to you. It's just like I don't know, man. It's just like when it comes to Twitch, a lot of people just they act so different compared to like if you was right next to them in real life. And it's
Like
like
different how?
I like how you laughing after you ask that question.
Because I know what you mean, but I just want the crowd to know what you mean.
They just act like dumbasses. They got me sounding like Red from that '70s show, man.
Bro.
Just a dumbass, like, and it's just like, why? Like, you wouldn't do this if your parents was here. Like,
That's offending.
you wouldn't do this if I was literally right in front of you, like sitting, streaming right in front of you,
Face to face. Ain't no way.
like on some Daft Punk stuff.
Bet. It's my song.
But yeah, it's just like a lot of people just don't like all common sense just goes out the window. All logic just goes out the window.
But why
And
do people do I can't even ask you that because you're not that type of person. Why do people feel like they can just kick their shoes off and put their feet on
so
your couch?
I have an answer for that, honestly. So they
Ah.
could be seen,
Mm.
right?
Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, go on.
They want to be seen. They want to be heard. They want to be loved. They want to be
Bro.
coddled. But
Oh,
the thing is, when you come to my channel, like, yeah, I'm gonna see you. I'm very observant, as we touched upon that earlier. But at the same time, I am not your parents.
that's a
I'm not your
fact.
mom. I'm not your dad. I'm not your uncle. I'm just a black man, just here, just streaming, just trying to have a good time, and hopefully you can have a good time too. That's it.
Bro, I got one more person to add. I'm not your therapist either.
That too.
Oof.
Like that's and you saw my streams a couple times where people come on my streams and they'll just
Trauma dump, 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 dump,
yeah,
dump,
like
dump, 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 dump. It's like, what are you doing?
I don't know. I don't mind it, but when it gets to like very like morbid and just like out there, I want to say out there, but when they're very expressive and thinking
Well,
like
yeah, to the point where this should be a private conversation between us because you don't know everybody else in the room, and then literally for your
they
protection,
could
a
throw the
friend or
vibes
not.
off.
There we go. We ain't vibing no more.
Yeah, like I could be partying just like or just listen to good music. We cracking and laugh, and the person just come in. And again, mind you, I don't mind listening to people's problems, but
Yeah, it's
when
real life.
you
Life happens.
right. But when you just dump it like all out there,
Hmm.
whatever, it's like, yo, first of all, you gotta read the room,
Yep,
know the boundaries, or at least know the boundaries of just a basic conversation and which way
that's
to go.
offending.
But
If it's that major to you or something that's more alarming, I'll say that probably even throw you off your game while you streaming, just hit them in the back channel. Why bring that to the stream where there's other people watching
mm,
who may react to your stuff in a way that you're not privy to or you like, who may just drop off and be like, yeah, I'm gonna let y'all handle this and
right.
I'll come back later. Or just making it awkward for the entire situation because you feel like the energy, again,
Mm.
you're just sucking the energy out of the room.
And there's been obviously situations where it just made things awkward in my chat or whatever. But you know me, I laugh it off and I just try to I wouldn't say laugh it off, but it's just like I just try to tell that person, like, all right, just try
Oh,
to
for
give them some
sure.
words of yeah, yeah, keep them giving some short words of encouragement, and
Yeah.
hopefully they'll get the gist of like, all right, thank you, and then just keep it moving and stuff like that. But
Yeah, that's the pivot master right there. You got to, because otherwise they will take over it. Basically, you're just in their energy bubble, in
Hmm.
your stream, mind you,
Which is crazy.
doing basically what they want you to do. So now you working for them. Like, hello?
Can you imagine me going to a famous person's stream? Hey, how's it going? The next thing you know, they ask me how I'm doing, and I really tell them how I'm doing.
Well, dot. Sends like 3 paragraphs. Like, hey, what?
It's crazy.
If you're familiar with that person, that's one thing. But even still, just for your self protection, and this should be a boundary of everybody's, I feel like
Mhm.
your sense of self and your limits, that was one of mine. But just knowing that everywhere isn't a place to basically just put yourself out there like that.
No, absolutely.
And I'm not even saying in a negative sense to where somebody will take your information, run with it, and do whatever. Some people are malicious like that and crazy, but again, just be mindful. If you honestly, that's your homeboy, that's your homegirl, just talk to them on the back end.
Mhm.
There's literally nothing wrong with that. You just want to pull up to say hi. Or just be like me and lurk and don't say nothing.
Yeah.
Like, you still see me, but I don't need to be your chat doing the most, shucking and jiving.
Woo.
Like, no, no, thank you.
Woo.
Why? Like, I could
Seen
be
that.
seen under moderators or under people in the room. Like,
Right.
this is what it is. Just
But
relax.
I mean, yeah, I mean, like I said, overall, when it comes to Switch, people just want to be seen just so
Hmm.
they could be seen. They want to stand out.
Hmm.
And it's just that's just weirdo vibes to me,
So,
I feel.
like, let's put this on the streamer too. So, do you feel like people overstep their boundaries for self when it comes to putting on
Of course. Add
for
extra
their
sauce to
stream?
it.
All the
Like
sauce that's not
s-
needed?
sauce is just dripping all over the goddamn place,
Hello?
yo.
Yo.
Like it's like a
And let
sloppy
me just,
Joe.
it's like a birria taco, no
Oh my
bowl, just
god, but those are
wow.
delicious though.
Birria tacos are freaking delicious, just messy,
Seriously.
but delicious. But
But but yeah,
let me just break it down a little bit more, just in case anybody didn't understand. So when I mean doing the most for your stream, is just stepping outside of yourself and your true nature of what you started your stream for. And I'm not gonna give any specific examples.
Ooh.
But just basically putting on a persona and acting rather than being yourself.
Ooh.
That clear? Did I get
Very
one?
clear.
All right,
Acting like
bet.
it's a Shakespeare play.
A thespian at heart. So that way I ain't gotta do no specifics, but you know what it is. Another example, random. You get on the news, somebody asks you for your input. Hey, do you want to be featured on Fox 5? All right, bet.
Mhm.
Rather than you just talking to the newscaster and reporter, you just go on doing the
They
most.
would go from 0 to 10 real quick or whatever, and
Yes,
just
hide your kids, hide your wife. Stuff like that. Like, you putting on a little extra just to be seen.
look over here on this side. We call those hyperboles. Straight up.
Shuck, jive. Like, and the thing is, your personality was great enough to not need to do any of that extra,
Mm.
which is why people pulled up to your stream and stayed. But to see the way some people take it and turn it into straight up buffoonery, and obviously I'm not the most serious person, so I'm not gonna make it seem like, oh, you have to uphold standards when you're streaming. No, you don't. Just be yourself. For me, that's number one. That's it. I don't need extra, oh, I'm gonna do such and such just for y'all because I know y'all like this, but you're not even into it.
Right.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. That's people. People will be people at the end of the day, to be honest.
People gone people. That's
People
a
don't
fact.
people.
No, people gone people.
Oh,
They
they
will
said
be
people don't
peopling.
people.
No, well, some don't people. That's a problem too, but that's a whole nother thing.
Hmm.
But just Twitch in general. Yeah.
Why you think I took this hiatus from Twitch? It's
Hiatus?
like I don't care about Twitch anymore, to be honest. If I want to stream. Sometimes I do miss it. Sometimes I
Mhm.
don't. Sometimes I just want to kick back, relax, and just enjoy the game I'm playing or whatever the case may be.
That's a fact. That's
But
because we actually are playing games for fun. Like, we enjoy them. We don't just do it for
yes,
the show.
I mean, you got some people that's out there, just being fake gamers and stuff like that and everything.
That's
And it's just like,
offending. Buying games they don't know how to play, never played in their
eesh.
life before, just to say that they've played it when it released and then fall off the face of the earth. And Come back in another 3 months.
That makes me angry.
Ba-da-ba.
That
It
makes
makes me
me angry.
laugh. I just be like, "Why are you online?"
I mean that too, but it's just like, yo, you know you garbage in this. It's just like, yo, you throwing me off, dog.
Fendi. Like, what is the purpose? Like, games primarily, it should be enjoyment.
Mm,
We also said the same as far as Twitch and when it comes to streaming and just providing like that outlet for people just to watch you play, chill, chat, you know.
mm.
It should be fun. It shouldn't be work or feel like a task that we're like, oh my God, I'm panicking. I don't know how to do this and da 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 da, or just sucking. Like, hello?
Ugh. Whoa.
Another ugh.
But yeah, Twitch is gonna be Twitch. And if you're a streamer out there or whatever, just do what you want to do.
And
As
be
long as you're having fun
yourself.
with it, yeah.
Stop doing what other people do. Come up with something original, unique. Somebody steal your idea. Just let them know where they got it at first.
Hmm. I seen that
It's
plenty
real.
of times. People just taking
Yeah.
jocking my styles like, oh,
You didn't have that
oh,
last week. Oh.
yeah. But the real one's
Mm.
gonna shine no matter what.
And that's in every facet of their life, not just one specific medium
Seriously.
or platform. Because, yeah, ain't no way. Twitch, me, I don't think I'm a stream again. Because, like, I've had some games I've been alpha and beta testing that I would love to stream
Yeah.
just based off of the style and how I know
Mm.
the interaction will be with the audience. But I'll just be like, I'll just play this on my own. And I still be having fun.
I mean, I've been
So,
feeling that way too. Like literally, I was about to stream the Ninja Turtles collection, but only just
mhm.
had two last games to only two games remaining to platinum the game, and those was like the
Ah,
arcade
nice.
games.
Yeah,
But then my nephew came over. I was like, freak it. I'll just play with him offline or whatever and just have some
fact.
fun.
I was like, let me just actually have some fun and sit
Yeah.
down and not have to worry about the extra of streaming.
But but yeah, at the
Shouts out
end
to
of the
those
day,
who want to still stream, but
just do how you will feel. If you feel like you want to stream, go for it. If not, then still just enjoy gaming. At the end of the
yeah,
day, gaming
and don't
is
make it seem like somebody forced you to stream either. Like,
right.
what's wrong with y'all? I don't
It's
want to be
crazy.
here. Ain't nobody tell you to load up OBS and go live. Like, hello?
And now you're feeling like meh when you start streaming because
Right.
now you look at the analytics and stuff like that, or
Hmm.
people's not in there or whatever. Like, me, I could just stream and nobody don't have to come in there. I'll still put on a show.
That's a fact. I'm still gonna be laughing and talking. I'll
Hmm.
find something to talk about or make fun of in the
Hmm.
game.
But I don't need to worry about that because I got my crew.
That's a fact. Discord lit. It's like, see, you don't need the audience. You just need fun people to co-op with and have a good time.
Right.
But
Ugh,
yeah, Twitch is a monster.
it is.
Either way, when it comes to setting your boundaries on Twitch, let's see. Should we give them a tip if they
On
are a streamer?
setting boundaries on tips. I mean, upsetting boundaries on
Oh,
tips
not on tips. I don't care how you get your money. Go
on Twitch.
ahead. On Twitch, yes.
um,
As a streamer, from a streamer perspective, if we're giving advice to a upcoming or a new streamer.
just make things very clear.
Hmm.
Make sure you voice yourself as far as what you don't like and what you do like on Twitch. Whether you put in the rules section, whether you
Hmm.
see like a new person, a new follower, whatever the case may be, be
Yeah.
yourself and you don't got nothing to worry about. If a person do cross a boundary, if you want to pull them aside or let them mods, if you do have mods, let them handle that. And tell your mods, don't be too crazy to the point where it's like now you're just driving other potential viewers away or whatnot.
And not you stealing my answer. No,
Yeah.
but I was
My
gonna say,
bad, my
yeah.
bad, my bad.
No, no, no. It's perfect segue. Perfect segue. So for me, it was literally selecting the correct mod team, making sure not only are they looking out for you, your audience, but themselves as well.
Mm,
You don't want to burn out your mod team. You also want to take into, consideration what they got going on. If they're not able to pull up, don't be berating them because I've seen that too.
mm,
If somebody wasn't on stream, they got their privileges taken away or whatever the hell. Like, just be mindful that these are people that you're working with. Again, this is another situation, where you may or may not have to deal with professionally.
right,
They're there for your best interest while watching you stream. Also, there to have a good time. So it's not always continuously work, but just set them up with the proper tools, let them know what your boundaries are, what should be going on, to the
mm,
point where they don't have to think twice about what they got to do if a situation does go down or something happens. where they're prepared and not ill equipped and just like, I just got a sword and I don't know what to do with it.
That's crazy.
So yeah, you'd be surprised. People,
Yeah, boundaries is everything.
indeed. Appreciate you, Modern, for pulling up for the boundaries.
Oh, no
Short.
doubt.
I always call these shorts, but my bad. We damn near ran toward an hour. Whatever. You like it. It's
Look,
input. It's
nah,
dialogue.
yeah,
We talk about boundaries. Y'all be all right.
it's pretty dope. Like I said, I listen to podcasts that be like 3 hours or whatever. So this ain't nothing.
Oh no, this is like light. This is a snack. Them
Yeah.
dinner time podcasts. Like, listen. Hey, I mean, some
No,
topics lend to that. Other topics be like, how are we still going? But I appreciate the banter and background noise.
nah, for sure. I mean, now when you said dinner time podcast, I could just, I don't know. I just imagine a family just put on a podcast, just listen to a podcast whilst eating dinner. That sounds kind of crazy, but
It
I
does.
wouldn't mind
Depending on
doing
the
that.
it could be lit depending on what podcast it is. That sounds like a situation too, so we gotta put a pin in that for later.
No, for sure, for sure.
Be sure to connect with us using our Spotify poll and Q&A sections, or on social via Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, or directly at verbalvibemode.com. You can also leave us a voicemail using the Anchor app. All of the links are in the description box. Appreciate you for pulling up.
Appreciate you having me.
Hey,
Ciao,
peace.
sayonara.
Oh, he's multilingual.
Bye,
Bye,
y'all.
y'all. Why are you copying me? Hello? Can I end my show how
My
I
bad,
want
my
to?
bad, my bad. Go ahead.
Y'all sitting here like, yo, y'all do hang out too much. Cut the tapes. Okay. Peace, everybody. See you for the
Adios.
next one. Look at him. This guy.
I'm sorry.